Yes, I'm back in your faces again, guys. I know for those of you that think that, because we won and that's why I'm in your faces, trust me. We only had one loss in the Premier League this season, which was against West Ham just before the international break. But I've not really been up to it to shoot my videos in a while. And the last thing I want to do is sit in front of you guys and actually just make content for content's sake. No, I like to, be very genuine whenever I, shoot these videos. And the honest truth is I've been busy, but that's really not an excuse. At the same time, I've not had the same enthusiasm I used to have when I started, this channel. But a couple of guys reached out to me, spoke with me. I mean, thanks guys, I really, really appreciate it because you think that people are not noticing all these things, but people are noticing. And a couple of guys reached out to me via Twitter and also on WhatsApp asking me why I've not been, releasing videos after every Liverpool game. But guys, I've really not been up to it, and I think I got my mojo back after trying to see what else I can do to improve my content, and hopefully this is going to get better going forward. Anyways guys, thank you so much for switching on for today's episode of my Liverpool Games. Yes, we're back at Anfield against Arsenal in the Premier League. I mean, Arsenal were coming into this game with an unbeaten run. I mean, I think they won our like 6 in a row or 7 in a row, you understand? But they were playing against Liverpool side at Anfield with the cup behind us. Trust me, it was only going to be a massacre, and that's exactly what happened in the game. Anyways guys, you're going to hear much about it in my reaction. Stay tuned guys. So for the lineup, there's a little bit of shake up in the lineup. The front three of Jota, Mane, Salah. I mean, these guys love scoring against Arsenal. They did start this game because Firmino has been out with an hamstring injury just before the international break. And in the middle of the park, we had Oxlade-Chamberlain started against his former club. It's Chamberlain's third consecutive start in the Premier League since December of 2020. I mean, this guy has been hit and miss for Liverpool thanks to injury. Just before his injury back then, he was so good for Liverpool, but he's been trying to patch up his form. And he started this game alongside Thiago and of course Fabinho in the middle of the park. Now, on the left-hand side in the defense was Tsimikas. Tsimikas replaced Robertson, who has been injured during the course of the international break, and he did not look out of place. I mean, you all know, for those that follow me on Twitter, you understand my bias towards Tsimikas. I mean, that's not to displace Robertson, but Robertson needs to rest, and Tsimikas proved why he deserved his place in this side with another outstanding performance from the Greek Scouser. Anyways, it was an amazing play. The first 30 minutes of the game was very, very boring, to be honest. We're losing passes here and there thanks to Thiago and Oxlade-Chamberlain trying to overplay during the course of the game. Mane, I mean, he had an injury scare during the course of the international break as well, and it looked like he was playing for Arsenal as against playing against Arsenal. He had a couple of rough patches earlier on in the game, and I said it that if we had considered in the first 30 minutes of the game, we'll probably have drawn or lost that game because Arsenal sat back. Like, they sat deep. They were wasting time at about 10-11 minutes during the course of the game. Ramsdale was holding on to the ball for a long time with a lot of boosts coming from the Anfield faithful, and I was just so tired of the game for the first 30 minutes. But that changed quickly after that amazing cross from a free kick from Alexander-Arnold to Sadio Mane to head past an amazing agile Ramsdale. I mean, Ramsdale has been impeccable for Arsenal side this season. I mean, it's just more like they struggled the way Chelsea struggled with Mendy. Ramsdale has been really, really top notch for them, and he built them up. If not for Ramsdale during this game, we would probably have scored like 6 goals at the end of the day. But it was a very, very good first half performance, below average for Liverpool standards, obviously, or for this particular fixture, because this is the highest scoring fixture in Premier League history. Is the same fixture that has the same the highest number of hat-tricks in Premier League with 5. And we expected a lot of goals, but first half Liverpool, despite the storm in the first 30 minutes, the slow game, I mean, it wasn't our type of game, but at the end of the day we won 1-0 going into halftime. I knew Klopp, I mean, especially after that bust up with Arteta, he was going to talk to the guys to not lose concentration, just make it very simple, do the simple things, do the basic things, and Arsenal will be forced to make mistakes. And that's exactly what happened in the second half, thanks to Tavares. He was misplacing his passes here and there, but at the second half we just went into third gear straight away from first gear, and Liverpool looked like we were running a riot against Arsenal, and we did just that with Salah, Jota, and of course Minamino scoring 3 goals in the second half to give us a 4-0 win at Anfield. It was an amazing performance. I mean, kudos to Oxlade-Chamberlain. For me, I felt like Oxlade-Chamberlain did a bit better in the second half. Some people argue that, aside from couple of misplaced passes and overhit passes or overplaying, that he did have a very, very good game. Of course, I concur. I mean, he had an above average game, to be honest, but overall I think everything went very, very well for Liverpool. Sadio Mane started very slowly but got into the game, got a goal and an assist. Taki Minamino's first touch was a goal. Henderson came on for Oxlade-Chamberlain, and it just did exactly what we've been screaming for Oxlade-Chamberlain to do, just do the basic thing and pass, and it did just that to create that Minamino's goal. It was a very, very sublime pass to Sadio Mane, who of course looked around for Salah and of course Trent Alexander-Arnold to give it to Minamino on a platter of gold to have his second assist for the night. For those of you that have Trent in their fantasy team, he got 2 assists, carry a clean sheet. My captain, the president of Salah, of course did get a goal. Salah had been barren in a while as regards goal scoring. I mean, he did not score against Brighton, I think, and he did not score against West Ham, so he really needed that goal, and he just got that thanks to Sadio Mane for putting that on the plate for him as well. Overall, I think Alisson did very, very well to keep out that ball from Aubameyang, even if I believe that Arsenal were not really threatening going forward. But I think that he did so well to save Partey's ball as well. It was very reliable, and especially when he had a shocker against West Ham, this was a very, very redeemable performance from the Brazilian. Matip was very quiet in the night, did very, very basic things. I did not see that Matip movement in the middle of the park. That shows that the game was really not about him at the end of the day. Van Dijk, of course, Rolls Royce of a defender, composed all through the game. Tsimikas, lovely, lovely, lovely guy. I mean, I'm saying it that maybe this is the rest that Robertson needed, because at the end of the day, Tsimikas has played another game, another clean sheet. We have not lost a game in which Tsimikas has played, or we have not even considered a goal in a game I think he has started or something. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that start, but I mean, this guy has been doing so well in this Liverpool side, and I think he has earned his chance in the team. So hopefully he's going to keep playing, in this side. If Klopp is not being biased thanks to loyalty, I mean, Klopp is very loyal to his players, so I hope he keeps his place in the side the next time we're going to be playing in the Champions League as well. There was a Premier League debut for Morton. I mean, this guy has played in the last 2 League Cup games, and he has never looked out of place in the first team. So he came on for the last couple of minutes for Thiago, and he kept it very simple, nothing to show, and it's not like nothing to show, nothing worthy of note. Yeah, and that's a good thing for a young Premier League player, because if they notice is that you did extremely well or you were being porous or something. So at the end of the day, he did very, very well, and we won 4-0. Overall, I think my man of the match, I'm going to give my man of the match to Alexander-Arnold for 2 assists and a clean sheet, and he did very, very well in the game. It was a very, very lovely game, and to think that I was scared of us breaking down this Arsenal side, especially in the first half when they were sitting like really deep. At the end of the day, we ran a massacre on them, and we showed who we had to rise to second on the table thanks to other results that went our way. I mean, Chelsea still won against Leicester earlier in the day. Manchester United, of course, lost to Watford, and West Ham lost. Yes, West Ham lost against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Hopefully, Man City would draw tomorrow. I'm not too sure about that, but anyways, we're second on the table, and that's all that matters now. Anyways, we are back in the Champions League because of the midweek. We'll be playing against Porto. And it's Porto at Anfield, and we went to their house and we scored I think 4 or 5 goals. This time around, I think we'll be scoring 3 goals in the Champions League at home. Klopp should rotate the side because it's coming to festive period soon, and there will be lots of games to play. So hopefully we'll nick that win. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode of my Liverpool Games. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Please encourage me by liking the button, and please, your comments, keep them in the comment section. Let me hear what you guys think. I'm not the only one. That's why I'm creating this channel, for you guys to actually share what what you think about the games with me as well. I'm not an encyclopedia of knowledge, so yeah, I'm just sharing my own opinion on what I think of the game. You guys can have varying opinion as well. I like to see that in the comment section. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter on @09. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Anfield Broadline. I'll see you guys again after the game against Porto in the Champions League. Have a lovely, lovely night. Bye, guys. Mwah.